Hey VC, how you doing? Bit of a different video from me today, as you guys can tell. Didn't want to do no fancy editing here because I really didn't think it would suit the topic of this video. It's just a quick video. I really wanted just to come on here and say a big thank you to a wonderful musician who unfortunately left us a couple days ago. That being David Bowie, of course. Now, David Bowie is one of the best musicians ever. Easily the most influential. He's up there with Lennon and Elvis. You know, he's had this aura around him where you always kind of knew when you were looking at one of the greats. And Bowie was definitely one of the greats. How he influenced people, how he changed music, how he changed the looks, the fashion. Everything about him was just incredible. And it's really actually sad to see this man leave us. It really is. It's kind of hard for me to talk about because I do consider myself quite a big Bowie fan, although I'm not all the way yet on my collecting. I don't have all of his stuff yet. But I brought down a couple records here which I did want to talk about. Just thought I'd bring down my two Bowie albums which you know, really special to me. So of course the Space Odyssey. This is not a great copy of it, but I need to get an upgrade. But this album here is one of the best opera kind of albums where it tells a story, I think. And this is a magical album. And then another one which is really special to me. I've always loved this album. This has always been one of my favourite albums ever. That would be Aladdin Sane. And, you know, you just kind of look at these album covers now, and they have a bit of a different feeling to them, I think, now. Now that he's passed on, unfortunately. And he is going to be one of the most missed musicians on the planet, ever. I mean, he was such a sensational guy. So influential, how, you know, he was setting the standards higher and higher each time he done anything, even his new music video which come out. It was just setting the standards for musicians, new musicians and older ones, you know, that are still going. All these old musicians that are still going, which I really like. He's still setting standards for them in his music videos, even and in his music, you know, and like just everything about him was so amazing. He was a fantastic actor, fantastic in fashion. He had such an influence on that. Music, of course, album design, cover artwork, whatnot. So to see him go, I really wanted to come on here and say thank you, David Bowie, for the fantastic music, the fantastic times, and the fantastic legacy that you've left behind for us all. And I want to say how sorry I am for the fans and his friends and family, and my heart goes out to them. And yeah, I mean, I've never experienced such a big music death before. You know, I was too young to remember other big ones, like George Harrison, for example. You know, I've witnessed a few in my time, Jack Bruce, but this is the biggest one. This is the one that's hit me the most. So it's I didn't want to do a video on the day because I really wasn't feeling up to it. The news hit me really hard. I just woke up in the morning, and as I always do, I go straight to IMDb on my iPad to check movie news, and of course it does cover music as well. And the night before, I was talking to a friend of mine about Bowie's new album, and we were both saying how good he sounds. I woke up the next morning, I was just in shock reading that he had passed away. It was really quite sad, and it's something which I'm always going to remember. Because it was just weird how the night before I was just talking about how good he sounded and whatnot, and then I wake up the next morning and I read that on the headline page on IMDb. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say. I'm probably rambling enough as it is, but yeah, I wanted to do a video to pay tribute because Bowie is one of the best. Always will be. Unbelievable musician, really is. Can't, you know, some of his stuff you just cannot beat. And for those of you who are probably getting to know Bowie now because of his death, you know, people are starting to gain interest in him, and people who hadn't before, I just really recommend him. He's one of the best musicians ever. And it's so sad to see him not with us anymore. But anyway, thank you, Bowie, for the legacy you've left us with, all the great music, everything you've done. Just amazing guy. So sorry, so sad to see him leave us. And, you know, my heart goes out to friends, family, and the fans. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys later.
There's a star